Welcome back, Broncos country. Let's dive straight into the heart of today's burning questions. And trust me, these are the kind that make you feel football in your bones. First up, Josh asks, who's the better wide receiver in 2 years? Troy Franklin or Pat Bryant? Great question. Both have unique skill sets, but they bring very different weapons to the field. Troy Franklin? He's quick, shifty, and dangerous in space. A slot guy with real burst across the middle. Someone who can slice through defenses with that twitchy athleticism and lateral explosiveness. Now, Pat Bryant. He's just smooth. Think Michael Thomas, crisp routes, clean hands, and a knack for winning at the catch point. He's built for physical battles, high point catches, and tough traffic grabs. In contested situations, he dominates. Effortless, natural, NFL ready. If I had to place my bet on who takes the bigger leap, I'm leaning Pat Bryant. But don't sleep on Franklin. He's got year 2 breakout potential written all over him. Next up, Danny wants to know, who should you draft first in fantasy? J.K. Dobbins or R.J. Harvey? And in which round? Go with R.J. Harvey and target him in round 4 or 5. Here's why. Fantasy football rewards versatility. It's not just about pure runners. It's about players who can do it all. Run, catch, rack up yards, and score. R.J. Harvey fits today's fantasy mold perfectly. He's a dynamic back with pass-catching ability, more in the mold of a Christian McCaffrey or Alvin Kamara. That dual threat value matters. Now, J.K. Dobbins might be the better pure runner today. But in fantasy, Harvey brings more upside. He'll give you production in both the run and pass game. Dobbins, meanwhile, is probably a safer pick in round 5 or 6, but Harvey has the higher ceiling. Final question, from Aiden. How many more years do we have to deal with Patrick Mahomes in the AFC West? Brace yourself if he stays healthy. 10 more years, maybe more. Mahomes isn't just another elite quarterback. He's on a historic trajectory. 3 Super Bowl rings already. Cemented Hall of Fame resume. And the Chiefs will pay him whatever it takes to keep him for life. Unless something unexpected happens, we're looking at a full decade of trying to knock off one of the greatest to ever play the position. It's a tough pill, but one the Broncos are slowly gearing up to swallow. The fight is far from over. That's all for this round of questions. Keep 'em coming, Broncos country. The grind continues, the hope is real, and the journey isn't over. Some things in Broncos country aren't fair, and dealing with it is just part of the battle. But when it comes to quarterbacks, Bo Nix deserves more respect. Let's get real. Bo Nix threw for 34 touchdowns, came within 200 yards of Jaden Daniels' total production, and had just a slightly lower completion percentage. Yet Daniels is being hyped as the next NFL superstar, while Nix is being overlooked. It's wild. But here's the truth. Both are talented, and both bring different strengths. Jaden Daniels is explosive. He walked into the league and skipped the usual rookie growing pains. By week 2, he looked like he belonged. Big plays, fast reads, electric moments. He brought fireworks right away. Bo Nix, on the other hand, had a slower start. But once the second half of the season hit, he looked NFL ready, smart, poised, efficient. His pocket presence was elite, and his decision-making matured rapidly. That growth matters. And over the next 7 years, I'm betting on Bo Nix to have the stronger, more stable career. He's bigger, more durable, and more suited to a long NFL grind. Daniels might light it up on Sundays, but Nix is built to last. I'll take the quarterback who commands the pocket, executes with purpose, and plays chess while others play checkers. Now let's shift to a hot trade topic. Should the Broncos pursue Darnell Washington following the Miami-Pittsburgh blockbuster? It's a valid question. And here's why it's heating up. Darnell Washington hasn't made much noise in Pittsburgh. He caught only 7 passes as a rookie, and his role in that offense has been minimal. But don't let the stats fool you. This guy is a physical specimen. At Georgia, he was a force. And even now, he remains one of the best blocking tight ends in the league, with sneaky red zone upside. The problem? Pittsburgh hasn't unlocked him. And with their current setup, it's hard to see that changing. Enter Denver. There's buzz around the Broncos being a potential trade destination for Washington. Reports suggest trade scenarios where Denver gives up a 2027 6th-round pick or a package involving Adam Troutman and draft swaps. If Sean Payton wants a tight end who can punish defenders in the run game and provide a safety valve for a young QB, Darnell Washington might be the move. He's underused. He's undervalued. But in the right system, like Denver's, he could become a game changer. Broncos fans, these aren't just rumors. These are the early sparks of a possible fire. And if Washington lands in Denver, he could be part of something real. Let's talk real for a second. Should the Broncos trade for Darnell Washington? I've got mixed feelings. On one hand, the upside is obvious. Washington's size, strength, and potential as a blocking tight end with red zone threat written all over him. He's got tools that Adam Troutman simply doesn't have. But here's the issue: production. Last season, Washington's stat line wasn't much different from Troutman's. So are you really upgrading? Or are you just swapping one tight end for another and tossing in draft picks? That's the debate. If you're trading away Troutman and draft capital, you need more than just potential, you need impact. And we haven't seen that from Washington yet. He could break out in year 3. Absolutely. But is that worth the gamble today? Personally, I'm leaning no. For now. But here's the thing. If Denver did pull the trigger, I wouldn't be mad. In fact, I'd get it. If they believe Washington has another gear, another level he hasn't hit yet, then betting on that upside could pay off. So, Broncos country, what do you think? Should the Broncos trade for Darnell Washington? Let it ripe in the comments. Next question. Are the Broncos set on a fence? Honestly, they're close. But I think there's still room for one final splash move. I believe in the young wide receivers. The potential is there. Marvin Mims Jr., Courtland Sutton, and the rest of the crew, they can take that next step. But to go from playoff hopeful to legitimate Super Bowl contender, they may need one more piece. Someone like Keenan Allen would change the game. A proven veteran, elite in the slot, and still dangerous in crunch time. Just imagine what that could do for a young quarterback. 1-year deal. Cap space available. Championship mindset. Is it a must? No. Would it elevate this offense instantly? Without question. Final question. What could the Broncos get if they traded Jaquan McMillian? McMillian is one of the league's more underrated nickel corners, and starting caliber defensive backs don't come cheap. If Denver were to put him on the trade block, I could see them landing a 4th or 5th round pick, maybe more depending on the market. He's not just a depth piece, he's a smart, aggressive defender who's proven he can hold his own. Teams starving for secondary help would take notice. But unless there's a bigger move in mind, trading away a young, ascending corner like McMillian would be a tough call. Broncos country. These are the moments where the future gets shaped. One trade, one signing, one decision away from changing everything. Stay tuned. Let's wrap this up with a few final thoughts, starting with Jaquan McMillian. Some fans have asked what could Denver get in a trade for him. It's a fair question. You look around the league. Even elite corners like Jalen Ramsey have been moved for a 3rd rounder. And while McMillian isn't at Ramsey's level, he's no throwaway either. If a deal ever happened, you'd probably see a return in the 4th or 5th round range. But here's the thing. I don't want to trade McMillian. This defense is quietly forming something special in the secondary. The way McMillian and Jaquan rotate in that nickel corner role, that tandem could become one of the strongest slot duos in the entire league. Unless there's an offer too good to refuse, Denver is better keeping McMillian right where he is. Now, let's end with a big one. Can both Courtland Sutton and Marvin Mims Jr. eclipse 1,000 yards this season? Let's start with Sutton. Mark it down. It's happening. He's poised for one of the best years of his career. Healthy, hungry, and locked in. Sutton is about to remind the NFL exactly who he is. Mims. That's the wild card. He's got the speed. He's got the burst. And he has the kind of deep threat ability that can break games wide open. But for Mims to hit 1,000, Sean Payton and Bo Nix will need to commit to the deep ball. That means dialing up go routes, skinny posts, letting Mims attack the secondary and take the top off defenses, because that's where he thrives. He's not a volume route runner just yet, but give him space and time, he'll burn you. Can it happen? Right now, I'm calling it a 50 by 50 shot. But if Payton unlocks that vertical game early, don't be surprised if Mims hits that milestone.